welcome back to the table where we do tarot. And I had just done a reading where the Emperor had fallen out of the deck. But this is not the deck that we were using as I was gathering things back up. He wanted to stay out apparently because I forgot to pick it up. So he is overseeing this reading. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So you're like working in your laboratory to create something. You have all the elements at your disposal. All right, let's see what's it feels like it's actually time when your magic can come to fruition, okay? Like there's been a lot of faulted progress. We've got the 10 of Wands, which is like laying down to rest because you've been so tired. And that's sometimes the only time that you are willing to surrender to like what your purpose is when you've just worked yourself so hard that you can't go on anymore and you just fall asleep. And that's when the magic happens. Let's see what else. We have got the Four of Pentacles. Look at that guy. He just seems like he's looking at this guy like, oh, well, he's sleeping. I'm going to take his riches. But the Emperor's here overseeing it. Okay. What else? We've got the Knave of Swords and the Star card. And it seems like, what have we got going on here? It seems like he is standing right in front to protect your wish. He's like, I am not going to let you see what their wish upon a star is because I don't want you feeling it while they're asleep, right? It's like, well, this person is dreaming. The star is the dream, okay? The star is what they dream of. And this guy is standing in front of it and saying, you do not get to see what matters to that person because it's it's their unique thing. It's not yours, okay? But sometimes people don't want to create their own thing. They don't want to do what you did, which is like to do the hard work of moving forward when things don't work out for you, you know? It's like, but you spent enough time in caught in these other um holding patterns of the rest of the world. And we all know that this is taking place. We all know it, all right? Where the world wants to like drag you by the hair, all right? And you're like, no, I am not doing that anymore. I am moving forward. Seems like it seems like you called in an angel and you were willing to actually like allow them to help you this time because this Ace of Wands is a new creative fire that you have within you, okay? And it's going to bring in that money. And look at this guy. He's like, oh, well, that's not really how you're supposed to get it. The Emperor, once again, he's like standing over top of this thing. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just looking at all of this stuff. It's like there's always somebody trying to like devalue what um what is meant for you and like take from you. It's like they're trying to convince you that what you are or what you have or what you want doesn't have value. And yet at the same time they're trying to like take from your value. Okay. So it's like this little in between spot that they want to keep you in because they don't want you to just go out in the world and anybody else to see how important you are. They want it for themselves. And yet, so they have to keep you in this balance of like, where they make you feel good and then they make you feel bad. Okay. But you're smart enough to know that you might play along with it for a while now, but that's just because you know what you're supposed to be doing now. Okay. Because you've asked for help. You've asked for help. And it's like from within your own self. Okay. It's like I could call it spirit realm or whatever. But ultimately anything that we can't see, how is that any different from the stuff that's going on in our own mind? Right? It's like when I like to think of it in terms of like when we ask God for help or when we pray or when we like go into a space of surrender and say, I don't know how to get out of this. It's essentially going into your own subconscious anyway and saying, like, what do I already have in me that can help me move past this thing, right? Um, and you have Judgment Day coming, and then you have the Knight of Swords, and it's like they are cutting through all of the mess. And the people who have taken from you, and they're kind of putting the wrong things right, okay, so that your true essence can be seen and you can gain from that what is meant for you. All right, and let's see what we've got from the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. Tea with a fawn. This is what it's split open to, okay? Tea with a fawn. So we're going to look that up. And then what's at the bottom here? The Bard's Song. And then we have Lore Keeper's Bookshop. All right, so I'm going to look up Tea with a Fawn. But this guy looks just like this guy, right? And then also a little bit like the Aries ram head there that the Emperor is sitting over top of. All right, so let's see what's going on with this guy. And it's number 8. And Lionsgate is on 8-8, all right, and that's supposed to be a big, expansive growth process for everybody that allows us to. It's kind of like it's giving us the energy. Um, it's supporting us in order to move into what our star is. What is our wish upon a star? What is our dream? Okay, let me pause it so I can find this guy. Okay, Tea with a Fawn says true friendship, confidences, hospitality, one on one conversations, comforting company. Tea with a Fawn. On this fine autumn day, what would be nicer than taking tea with a fawn? You don't need to wait for an invitation with such an old friend. The fawn always welcomes your arrival with delight, urging you to sit and take your ease. What a cozy place this is. Your friend bustles about preparing the tea, setting out the mismatched cups and the little cakes. He wants to know all about what's been happening with you lately. How are you? What's on your mind? His interest in you and your welfare comes from the heart, for you are very dear to him. He is the best sort of friend, one who asks questions and probes deeper, who urges you to share your stories and does not judge. This doesn't mean he won't offer frank advice, but usually only when asked, and always with compassion and good humor. He hears your words and what lies beneath the words. He knows you very well, and he also allows you to change and grow, like all good friends do. Being with him is like drawing a deep breath of relief because you can truly be yourself. The Oracle's advice: spend some time one on one with a good friend, even if it's at a distance, a long distance. Make a point of listening as well as opening your own heart. Establishing and reestablishing good, solid friendships helps you remember who you are and what is most important in your life. Lore Keeper's note: fawns are among the finest bakers in the Forest of Enchantment. They have a reputation for setting a very fine table, and their dinner parties are legendary. Robin Goodfellow always employs fawn chefs at the Broom and Badger. Okay, so it's like you can have a person who actually listens to you. This is sort of like where they look like the same thing. Let me see if I can find it again. Because, oh, okay, I set it apart. They look like the same thing, but they are not. Okay. Because this one will be like, hey, you can come and talk to me. And then it's like, then they will use all the conversation that you have given them against you, okay? And that is the difference, is that um a liar will appear the same as somebody who is authentic and genuine, but you won't know until you need them, okay? You won't know until you need them or until they get stressed out. And then, it's like when you squeeze something, the juice that like, let's say an orange, if you squeeze an orange, like, then the juice that comes out should be orange juice. So when people are under pressure, that's when you see the true, like, essence of what they are made out of. Whereas somebody like this wouldn't even really get pressurized, it's like because they just enjoy the company of others and they just enjoy, like, the new opportunities of every day in life. They're not a pessimist, right? Or they're not just like going to use um your vulnerabilities against you. Okay. All right, let me pause. Okay. Underneath the T card was this Jenny Wren, which I'm not going to read that one, but then underneath that was the fairy godmother. So I am going to read the fairy godmother because that's reminiscent of the star card. So let me look that up. Poof, your fairy godmother is here. She always hears you when you wish fervently enough. Her magical powers are limitless. though she uses her own judgment when it comes to using them. So you'll need to clarify your ultimate goal. She won't change your whole life with the swish of her wand. There are steps to be followed. For example, a good first wish might be to go to the ball. That will require a bit of makeover. You'll need transportation, of course. Gather a pumpkin and some mice. Have you given a thought as to footwear? One splash of magic at a time. Your fairy godmother helps you toward your destiny, but the rest is up to you. You must go to the ball. You must agree to dance. You must follow the rules, and you must know when to break the rules. Take this gift of magical confidence, and then take your story on the next steps to happily ever after. The oracle's advice, because it is likely that your wish will come true. It is time to clarify your desires. As the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. Take advantage of opportunities offered, accept with grace and gratitude, and look for ways to pass along the magic. What good news can you deliver? What wishes can you make come true? And also, you can see on this one, it has some guiding words. A wish is granted, clarify your desires, gratefulness, believe in magic, an unexpected gift. Okay. And the fairy godmother is saying, like, she can grant all your wishes, but if she does, then you have to take it from there. And then that's the benefit of the emperor. Okay. He knows exactly how, if you embody the energy of the emperor, he knows how to cut through everything that you need to in order to see from the best perspective possible of like fast tracking, right? Fast tracking your movements and your thoughts and what you put your energy into, okay? Because sometimes when you get what you wish for, you don't you've never had it before, and so you don't know how to like hold on to it. Well, the emperor has taken time to get to this level, okay? It takes like stamina and experience and a clear mind, all right? Not greed, not manipulation. It's just strength and truth, okay? So when you're choosing what you want, make sure make sure that you're doing it with your heart, okay? Not just your mind of what you think is best, okay? So choose with your heart and then use your mind to be discerning, right? So that you can tell the difference between the devil and what was he? The fawn. See you with a fawn. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one at that. All right, I love you. See you soon. Bye.